We're live here?
Okay.
So if we could have...
Hello, Ramona Elementary. Hello, Ramona Elementary, and thank you so much for inviting us to Career Day. This is my friend Kyle Beachy. He is an essayist, a novelist, and a professor of creative writing at Roosevelt University in Chicago, Illinois. He has written 2 books. The second one is coming out this August. It's called The Most Fun Thing, and it's about skateboarding, family, and the meaning of life. It's really good. Kyle is also my husband.
That's right. Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
Kristen, hi. And hello, Ramona Elementary. It's really great to be here and to introduce my friend and wife, Kristen Lukey, who is also, incidentally, a writer. She, though, unlike me, started her own business, and she works with organizations. Some of them are businesses themselves, and others are different, interesting organizations who do all sorts of work in their communities. Kristen's job, as I understand it, is to understand her clients and then give them the words to help them reach out to the people that they want to reach. The word for this is strategy, and I think it's about the most interesting thing in the entire world.
Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you so much, Kyle, my love. I have one question for you, and it is this.
Okay.
You're a skateboarder, an author, and a college professor. Pretty cool stuff. What advice would you give to someone who didn't want to just be one thing for the rest of their life?
That's a great question. I think the advice I would give to anyone, including people who might not want to be one thing for their entire life, is to go through life with a little bit of trust in your own ability to discover things. I think for me, the most important thing that the most important habit that I've tried to maintain in my life is curiosity. And I think by staying curious, I found myself in situations that one might not necessarily come into if one is just pursuing one thing. So I guess the thing is to trust that you and your curiosity is probably going to get you where you need to be.
I love that.
Do you
is
like
so
that?
beautifully said.
Thank you. That's kind of you. My question for you now, that we're at this point of the affair, is to say this, Kristen.
Yeah.
What is the coolest thing about starting your own small business? I mean, you're an entrepreneur.
I am. I'm a small business owner and an entrepreneur. I would say that the coolest thing about having the opportunity to start my own small business with 2 of my very dear friends and trusted collaborators is that we get to make our own rules. We all 3 of us had jobs that we loved and just didn't quite meet our expectations for balance in our lives, for wanting to be more than one thing.
Yeah.
And we discovered that by combining our resources and pooling our shared strengths, filling in for one another's skill sets, really creating a full package, that we were sort of granting each other a lot more flexibility to live the sort of lives that we want to live. So we're not just working all day, every day. We are doing good work. We're checking in on each other, and we're making sure that we all have time to spend with our families and our writing and with our communities. So, the hard thing about that is, of course, doing the work to decide what you want your rules to be. But I have found that it is incredibly creative work, and it is beautiful and wildly fulfilling. And when you find collaborators that you trust, whose work you respect and who respect your skill set, that's something you want to really cherish and take very good care of. So starting my own business has been incredibly rewarding in that regard. Thank you, Kyle. I thought that we could maybe close out with just a few lightning round questions.
Lightning round, let's go. Buzz.
Okay, so I'll just ask you a question and you just answer as quickly as you can off the top of your
Okay,
head.
let's go.
Kyle, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I don't know. I didn't know. I never knew. I never knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. Aside from, a race car driver.
A race car driver, very good.
But again, that's sort of the thing, is that I think at times that made me really anxious. Like, I don't know what I want to do, and I should. But I knew what I enjoyed, and I knew where my curiosities lay, and I just kept pursuing them. Like I knew I was into books, so I just kept reading different books.
Lovely.
Okay, lightning round. Who are your role models?
Great question, Kyle. Obviously, my tia Carmen Stearns,
Mrs.
Stearns.
Mrs. Stearns
is a big role model of mine, as is her sister, my mother, Diana Lukey, as is your mother, Terry Beachy. I find myself surrounded by very strong women, and they have really created a path for me to step into. So I am very grateful for my mama and all the mamas who have taken care of me.
What a beautiful answer. What a great place to get. We didn't even know where we were going, and look where we ended up.
I have one last question for you, Kyle.
Oh, gosh.
What do you think is the hardest job in the world?
I think it's being a teacher.
Absolutely it is.
I think it's being a teacher.
Probably, yeah. That sounds about right.
Respect to all the teachers.
Be good to your teachers, kids. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramona Elementary.
Bye. Stay curious.